Hello, Poke people, and happy Pokemon Day. This is our holiday. It is so great. And as always, we had our Pokemon Presents this morning. It was very informative and stuff, and it was really cool. Honestly, like some of the first stuff that they talked about, and kind of to no one's shock, was the Pokemon World Championships. But before we get into really what they kind of got into in this Presents, this is going to be our Pokemon Day special. You can also check out a lot more of our reactions both on Tay's channel, which is,
Teichichu on YouTube.
and then myself at dbrady at Savage Rainbow on TikTok. So as always, we are your hosts, and let's just get into what the Pokemon Presents had today. So, like I said earlier, they did start things off with recapping last year's Pokemon World Championships in London
Hmm.
and just kind of talking about the success of that. And honestly, I'm not shocked because it was cool. Like, if you watched any of it, just or if you were lucky enough to be able to go there, that was so much fun. Like, Tay, what were your thoughts on all of that?
Of just London in general.
Yeah, just of London in general.
I think that it was really cool, especially with how Sword and Shield was based. Like it's like the same culture, so it was really cool to see that, and to see every single Pokemon event always seems so exciting. And one day I wish that to be able to go. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to go at least this year. We'll see about next year, but it's always exciting and good to see people in the video game world transfer into real life.
Yes. I also would love to go to Pokemon World Championships one day. Unfortunately, maybe not this year, but I would love to be one of the like casters. I would love to
Same.
be one of the casters. It would be so much fun. But they also kind of talked more about just how they're hoping to repeat last year's success at Yokohama, Japan, which is the first time that Japan has ever held a Pokemon World Championships, which I think is really cool. And they
And
also revealed the,
interesting.
like I said, it is very interesting. I thought that Japan would have been like the first place that they held, but I mean, hey, first time for everything now. But they also revealed the artwork that they've got because they always do a special artwork every year for the Pokemon World Championships. And this one I thought was just really cool because, like, obviously there is Pikachu in the middle, but you always have the current generation starters. I just thought the art style that they did was so cute. Like, Sprigatito was taking a nap, Quaxley was having probably either some ramen or some soup or pho, and then no brains Fuecoco. No thoughts Fuecoco. Just living his best life, vibing, eating some onigiri. It was it was adorable.
Live, love, Foy Coco.
Live love Fuecoco. Then next they talked about they get showcased kind of a new collector's item is what I would categorize it as. What when you say
I'm trying to remember what we're talking about.
the
Go on and
the
I'll.
the trading card game classic,
Oh, yes, 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 yes,
the board.
yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a collector's item.
It's definitely interesting. I think it's more for the TGC folks, who
Hmm.
like to A, collect cards, and maybe B, enjoy the game. Maybe they're going to kind of make that a subclass of TGC for the future as opposed to
Could
just the
be.
regular one, like singles and doubles, maybe, if that makes sense. But not sure. But it was definitely interesting and cool to see the cards that, were so rare, and, like the Shining Charizard that's worth, like, I don't know, thousands of dollars, and you just kind of
Yes.
see it. So is everyone going to be able to get that? I
Yeah.
guess.
Who know? I guess it'll be for sale, or they'll maybe take like pre-orders and stuff. But it's very cool. I would honestly love to speak to a TCG player because Tay and I both know the VGC game. I don't know TCG that well.
Goes right over my head.
Yeah. But any TCG players that would love to come on the podcast, let us know because I would love to pick your brain. And then we got a kind of a surprise announcement. I thought they were going to talk about the new anime with Liko and
Yes.
Roy later, the Paldea anime. I was very much thinking they were going to talk about that because they brought up Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, we get kind of a peek into what we can expect post Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Which also they didn't do like a proper goodbye to Ash in this year's Pokemon Day, and I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maybe they're saving that for the true final episode.
Maybe as a
but
separate thing because there was so much going on with this one, and they only allotted
maybe
so much time.
yeah. But they announced that a new Pokemon show will be rolling out alongside with net in partnership with Netflix called Pokemon Concierge, where Pokemon check into this resort and you follow the adventures there. And I thought that was I think that's just so cute.
I love the concept. I want to pick your brain on the animation style.
I'm not that big a fan of stop motion,
I'm not in love with it.
but I also am going to hold back a lot of my critiques until I actually see the show.
I agree. I love the concept, like you said, but the when I saw the animation, I was a little confused.
I am too. I'm kind of confused because Pokemon has always been like a pillar of animation,
Hmm.
and I think this is just like I said, they called it a new venture.
Sure.
They called it a new venture, so who knows? But I'm very interested to see what this show has to offer because I think it can be really cute because they also said they're like possibly adapting like manga stuff. I am a big manga reader for the Pokemon like franchise, and it is there are so many storylines that I would love to see like actually put to like streaming like film.
I thought when they said manga, they were adapting the manga into a separate anime.
Oh, that would have been so
That's where my
cool.
brain went.
That would have been so cool. But my question with that is if they ever did that, uh, would they have to like obviously the manga came out with it's very violent. I've always said to anyone who's in like just getting into the Pokemon world, if you're not okay with like too much violence, don't read the manga. The manga is very much for adults, not children. Uh, but would they have to like retcon some stuff because the mangas came out with each generation, and each generation kept adding things. So like the fairy type, the like the different resistances and stuff, abilities and stuff. Would they just kind of try and play it off per volume, or would they just
That's the
retcon some
question.
stuff? Who knows? I would love to see that, but that was not in today's presents. But the next thing that was Pokemon Unite, and I'm going to toss it over to my fellow co-host, who knows a lot more about Unite than I do.
I guess I would say that I definitely had my day. I am thinking about coming out of retirement from Pokemon Unite. I was in fact Masters at a point. Got to Ultra last season. I don't know what the seasons are. I'm really not into that in tune. And I did say in my video I'm thinking about getting back into it. But we'll see. As we saw, Zacian has been said to join Pokemon Unite. I've already looked at Twitter and saw people winning, so I think that it's going to be severely overpowered until it gets nerfed, which happens with about every single Pokemon that gets introduced to Unite besides Duraludon. That Pokemon was so underpowered that it hurt to watch the other team play it. Regardless of that fact, there's also a new boss battle, which is cool. And then, yeah, it was Zacian is new, and it was that was really all the announcement really was. It wasn't like this huge big ordeal. I wish that they had given us at least a couple more hints as to more Pokemon that are going to be in. I don't think it's like Pokemon Tournament where it's just going to die off. I think that it does have a pretty strong, at least esports community, and that's another reason why I would love to go to like the World Championships because it is now including Pokemon Unite as well.
And correct me if I'm wrong. There are no current Gen 9 Pokemon in Pokemon Unite. Because
You're gonna have to
we're
give me
still
a moment
adding
to
in
think
Gen
on
8.
that.
We're still adding in Generation 8 Pokemon,
Well, they just kind
right?
of add Pokemon as they go. Like it I don't
Hmm.
think by
They're not
uh
adding in every single Pokemon, but they're adding
no.
in just like randoms.
Yes. Let me take cuz they added Urshifu at a point.
Hmm.
And that's technically Gen 9, right?
No, that's Gen 8 still.
Oh,
Because that
yes.
came out with the Isle of Armor.
True. So, I mean, all I'm just going to name all the ones they have so far. And they come out pretty frequently, I would say.
Hmm.
They have Zacian, Comfey, Dragapult, Urshifu, Sableye, Zoroark, Clefable, Scizor, Dodrio, Mew, Tyranitar, Buzzwole, Glaceon, Delphox, Espeon, Azumarill, Duraludon, Hoopa, Aegislash, Trevenant, Trevenant, the tree, Dragonite,
Revenant, yeah.
Serena, Decidueye, Greedent, Sylveon, Mamoswine, Blastoise, Blissey, Gardevoir, Zorora, Pikachu, Charizard, Snorlax, Crustle, Greninja, Eldegoss, Talonflame, Lucario, Venusaur, Mr. Mime, Slowbro, Absol, Machamp, Wigglytuff, Alola Ninetales, Cramorant, Gengar, Garchomp, Cinderace.
Okay. So just in your professional get like knowledge and guesses, which Gen 9 Pokemon do you think that they might add in to Unite here soon?
That's
If they do.
a very good question. I'm personally, I don't know. I'm surprised that they haven't put in like Pokemon like Incineroar yet, which is someone that I see kind of being like Buzzwole. I was surprised when they put Buzzwole in. God forbid. I love Buzzwole. I'm a big Buzzwole fan. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I would love to see Pawmot because I'm big on Pawmot, but I can also see like um Sizzler. What's the bike Pokemon? The lizard.
Cyclizar.
Cyclizard. I could see that. I think it would be interesting to see like a Hisuian. Hisuian? Where am I? A Paldean. um,
It's been a long day.
yeah. Maybe like the Diglett or the Wiglet.
Oh, Wugtrio,
Wugtrio.
Wiglet.
I'm a fake Pokemon fan, but yeah, I think it would be interesting to see something like that as well.
Okay, yeah. That and like so we also got a code. If you just enter Pokemon Day
Mm-hmm.
into Pokemon Unite, you get a gold Zacian boost emblem. So that is very cool. Next, moving on to a game that Tay does not believe anyone plays, but people actually do. Pokemon Masters.
If you play it, you're a liar, and that's fine. If you want to lie to me, it's okay. I don't mind. You're just lying to yourself.
I play it. We got announced three new characters with sync suits. We have Hop and Galarian Zapdos. We have Bede in Galarian Articuno, and Marnie and Galarian Moltres.
You forgot to add
The
that they also have awful accents.
Yeah, they Pokemon Masters did introduce like voice acting to Pokemon and stuff, and they could have chosen some better voice actors because Hop very much sounded Australian, not British.
Yike.
But also in the same vein of cell phone games, we got an announcement for Pokemon Cafe Mix, where we got told that the Paldean starters were going to be available in the game after making a certain dish.
Is it an app?
And yeah, it's on cell phone.
I
It's
thought
on
it
cell
was
phone
on Switch.
and Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Switch and cell phone, like Unite.
Shows how much I know.
But you can get the Paldean starters, as well as today you can get the Great Chef Greninja, and have delivery access to the other great chefs that have been in the game, such as like
Mimikyu.
Eevee, Mimikyu, Celebi, Victini, stuff like that. But next, what came as a big shock to both me and Tay, I even said it in my like predictions video that I made yesterday. I just said it offhand. I wasn't expecting anything, but they really threw a curveball and announced the release date of Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, I definitely did not see it coming.
I was like, oh my gosh, is this Sleep? Is this Pokemon Sleep? It is set to release in summer of this year, so summer 2023. And
So
it's got an
go ahead.
yeah. Say that one more time. Say it.
I was gonna say, so remember like in 2016 in the summer when Pokemon Go came out and everyone was walking around and like getting exercise? Pokemon Sleep, we're just gonna be sleeping all summer.
Yes. Yes.
Different vibe.
Yes, we are going different vibe, but it's going to be paired with an external device called the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. Now, if you remember, we had that little Pokemon Go Plus thing whenever Pokemon Go first came out, where you could spin Pokestops automatically, throw a regular Pokeball. The watch, as Tay mentioned in her video, this is kind of added to where you can also throw Great Balls and Ultra Balls, And it also, like I said, it pairs with Pokemon Sleep in that you press the button just before you're about to go to sleep, and then you press it when you wake up after, and you set your phone to the side of the bed as you go to sleep, and it just tracks your sleep. And hopefully, as someone who, like myself, has horrible sleep habits, I can hopefully get better at sleeping because we got introduced to the Professor Neroli. He studies Pokemon sleep
He's
and
cute.
sleep habits. He's very cute. He's very adorable. He's got a little Snorlax eye mask thing around his neck. It's so cute. But he studies these sleep types, and based on how you sleep, you'll get categorized into either dozing, snoozing, or slumbering. And with that, you kind of get like Pokemon that have that similar type of sleep, like sleep patterns and stuff. They'll start showing up in your game on your app because this is also a cell phone app.
Which is interesting. I want to know how it's going to work when you're sleeping with a partner.
I mean, they kind of showcased that a little bit when, like, with the Totodile one, that was the only one that they showed, like, two people.
Yeah, I just if it's sleeping on your pillow and you're like moving around every night, like Dakota moves around too.
Justin
So,
does too.
that's the thing is that it's like I don't is it going to track the both of us technically? Which I mean, we'll
I don't,
both know, I guess, if we're bad sleepers.
you'll both know. Or there could be a setting where it's like, yes, I do sleep with someone in the same bed as me.
That's possible. I mean, this is the first news that we've really gotten in what, 2 years?
Yeah,
3 years?
since I want to say maybe 2020.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can't believe that it was just like forgotten about, and then all of a sudden, like people say it as a meme, like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Pokemon
no.
Sleep. But
Pokemon Sleep. But no, we actually got something. We actually got something.
very odd.
And so also you can connect that Pokemon Go Plus Plus to your Pokemon Go account and get research task to get a little Snorlax with a nightcap. And I just think that's adorable. And I'm very much going to try and do that. But also keeping in the same vein as Pokemon Go, we also got word that if you connect your Pokemon Go to Scarlet and Violet and send postcards over to Scarlet and Violet,
Yes.
that is how you get the different patterns of Vivian, which I thought was cool because currently there's only one pattern of Vivian in the game, and this is just going to help you collect even more because before in the 3DS era, it was based on your geographical location. And
Yeah.
now it's easy. I feel like this is easier to get the different patterns of Vivian, but also in exchange, you can catch roaming form Gimmighoul in Pokemon Go, which I was kind of a letdown for me a little bit because I very much thought this was going to be a split evolution. I thought, but no, after you catch 999 Gimmighoul in Pokemon Go, it evolves into a Golden Go.
Fantastic. I can't wait to catch 1,000 of those little fellas.
Yes, they're gonna be so great,
Mm-hmm.
so great. But yeah, I thought I was like for sure we're gonna get a different evolution of a Gimme Ghoul
No.
because it's technically a different form, but no. No, we are getting Golden Go, and I mean, cool. You can get Golden Go in your Go Pokedex now, but it would have been cool if they added something else.
No, I agree.
But that they also announced that home compatibility, which is something I've been looking forward to forever.
I kept calling it
It
Pokebank.
I saw that and I was like, I wonder if they're going to correct themselves. Who knows? Um, but Pokemon Home connectivity is slated for early 2023, so I'm honestly expecting within the next either few
My
weeks
watch
or
says early
month.
2023.
Yeah, I'm very much expecting within the next couple of months that we'll get connectivity.
I hope next month.
I hope so too. I very much hope so too. Because I would love to transfer some stuff in before the big news that we got DLC. We got the DLC, and that is coming in two waves, like Sword and Shield was in Isle of Armor and Crown
Hmm.
Tundra. Excuse me. This one is called the Adventure, I have it pulled up, the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. And like I said, it's coming in two parts. The Teal Mask,
Mm-hmm.
where you're going to a certain area as kind of a field trip for the school. I'm glad that they're still incorporating the school. I know some people weren't too happy about that, but I just think I mean, it's been a central part of the story.
Why would people be mad about that?
Some people were mad because they didn't like school growing up.
I okay.
Yeah. But we got the Teal Mask slated to come out in fall of 2023, and the Indigo Disc slated to come out in winter of 2023. I am a bit shocked that they are coming out so late, but it does give me some hope that because they're coming out late, it just means that they're taking that extra time to fine tune everything to where it doesn't have as many bugs and glitches as the game did whenever it first came out.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I don't think it's a bad time. I think it keeps the game fresh for, after that year mark, things tend to fall off. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that it's coming around at the right time, especially with by the time people are finishing up with the first one, they start with part 2.
Mm-hmm. Because that's something that I did definitely did whenever I got the Isle of Armor. I sped through that so quickly, and
Yeah.
then had to wait several more months before Crown Tundra dropped.
Yeah.
But
Patience is
with the
not a
teal,
virtue.
no, but with the Teal Mask, like I said earlier, you are starting to explore this area on a school field trip, and we got introduced to. I'm saying one legendary and three. I'm assuming sub legendaries.
Possibly.
Possibly. I will look up their names really quick.
We only know the two names of the turtle and the
Actually, no,
mask.
no, no. The three legendaries, the three sub legendaries, they also got their names announced. Yeah, but the main legendary, the one with the mask, is called or Ogre Pawn,
Bad name.
and the three underneath it, the monkey is called Monkey Dory.
That's
I
a
am
good
not
name.
kidding, Monkey Dory. The dog cat one is called. I am going to say this two ways. I'm not sure how it's going to pronounce. I'm going to choose one. It's either Okidoji or Okidogi. I'm going to say Okidoji. And then this next one is the bird is Pheasantipity,
That
which
is also a good name.
sounds like a combination of serendipity and pheasant. But
Yes.
I'm trying. We don't know the types of any of these Pokemon. With the three that I just talked about, part of me they all look like they're dark type, which doesn't make a lot of sense because we just have the Ruin legendaries in the same game. They all kind of have that little like scarf or headband. They all have like that circle with the two legs coming out the bottom of it somewhere on their body.
I'm not gonna
So I'm
lie to
not.
you. After looking, sorry to cut you off. After looking
You're
at
good.
these designs, because I went on the Pokemon.com.
Hmm.
The only design I like of these are Pheasantipity.
Yeah, Pheasantipity definitely has the best design.
Okie dokie. Okie
Okie
dokie.
dokie. That's what I'm like. It's
Okie
either
dokie.
okie dokie, but I'm choosing to say okie doji.
Oh well.
Oh well, but yeah, I'm guessing they're all dual typed. I don't know what those types could be. Part of me thinks dark, maybe poison. Who knows? Just throwing something out there.
I think poison or
But
dark is the common.
poison common theme. But then we also got announced the second DLC, which you only have to buy for Scarlet and Violet. You only have to purchase once and you get both of the expansion passes. It's about just under $40. I've already bought my expansion passes because I wanted the early bonus stuff, which the early bonus stuff is a code for Hisuian Zoroark that has the Dark Terra type, and then some new school uniforms.
And you have to purchase that by October 31st in order to get those bonuses.
Yes, you have to purchase by October 31st before the first DLC drops. But then the Indigo disc really showcased what I'm thinking is the third legendary that everyone's been talking about. That disc legendary because it's called Terra Terrapagos, like Galapagos, because it's a turtle. It's a turtle, but it's got the discs on it, the kind of crystals like terastallizing.
This is the
And
master of the Terra.
yes, yeah, it's got all the types on its shell, and I think it's so cool. I don't know though what type it would be then.
I think it's a normal type, and then
Like
it can turn,
Arceus?
yes, and then it can turn to any Terra. And it
Hmm.
knows Terra Blast.
Oh yeah, Terrablast has to be like a thing on it. But it's very interesting, and I'm very excited for this DLC. The DLC for the Indigo Disc, you're an exchange student for Blueberry Academy, which I said in my TikToks that I'm very happy they're kind of keeping with the Academy stuff and keeping with the fruit and the color theme because we've got the Naranja Academy and the Uva Academy for both grapes and oranges. I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool that they're continuing that because I mean the original games, every town was named after a color.
That's true.
Now we've got fruit. But that was pretty much the entire Pokemon Presents. I know I talked a lot, but I also just
You're
had a
wrong.
lot of. No, what did I miss?
The raids?
Oh, that is correct. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for reminding me. I completely forgot. We also got new Paradox Pokemon. We got new Paradox Pokemon. The Paradox form of Suicune and Virizion are available today, which
I
that
want
actually shocked
Suicune.
me. That actually very much shocked me because I thought they were going to come out with one of these DLCs.
Yeah.
They're like, nope. After the stream, they're available today.
Suicune's a raptor. He's a dinosaur.
He's a dinosaur. I've already caught both of mine because you can only catch one per save file.
Are they what star?
They're only 5 stars, so they're manageable.
Okay. Okay.
They're manageable.
Okay.
But I've already caught both of mine, and I'm debating on because I know MNJTV did this whole thing where he gave the Paradox Pokemon nicknames or more Pokemon sounding names since a lot of them are just words. Like the Suicune Paradox Pokemon is Walking Wake,
Yes.
and the Virizion one is Iron Leaf.
Screamdale.
Screamtail,
Best name.
Slitherwing, Roaring Moon,
Iron Jugulus.
Iron Jugulus. Yeah, so he gave him more Pokemon sounding names, so I'm trying to figure out a Pokemon sounding name. For the Suicune one, trying to think maybe Tycoon, because Tyrannosaurus Rex, Suicune.
Oh. I like it.
And
Velocicoon.
then
Never mind.
Velocicoon.
I,
And then for the Virizion one, part of me genuinely wants to just name it Verizon.
you know what you should name it?
Hmm.
AT&T.
AT&T.
Spectrum. T-Mobile. V-Mobile.
V-Mobile. Hmm. But anyway, so thank you for reminding me that those raids are actually going to continue until March 12th. So you've got quite a bit of time to catch yourself one of these Paradox Pokemon. But like I said, they're operating like 7-star raids in that you can only catch one of them per save file, and then they're you just farm items that come out of them.
I wonder if they're going to be eligible in VGC the next thing.
Maybe it may take like I would
In
honestly
March.
say we're on season 3 right now.
2.
2? I thought we were on season 3.
Maybe 3.
maybe three. I would honestly expect maybe 4 or 5 they'll be available.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe 5. Probably soon though.
Probably soon. But like I said, this is our Pokemon Day special, so we are just doing the news. We will be back with our normal podcast episodes next week. So we'll be back with the discussion, opinion portion, the silly question, all that. That'll be back next week. But until then, remember when you choose your news, choose
Choose
Chew
news.
News.
Hey, bye.
Bye, everybody.